The Week 9 NFL schedule for the 2016 regular season begins on Thursday, November 3rd, as the Atlanta Falcons visit the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the NFL Network. The action continues on Sunday, November 6th, with 11 games including the Colts visiting the Packers on CBS. The Sunday Night Football game on NBC has the Denver Broncos visiting the Oakland Raiders, while the week concludes on Monday, November 7th, with the Buffalo Bills visiting the Seattle Seahawks on ESPN. Let's take a look at the odds. Starting on Thursday, November 3rd, the Atlanta Falcons go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Falcons are 4-point favorites on the road with the total at 51 points. These teams have split their last 10 games, with the last 3 going under the total. Moving on to Sunday, November 6th, the Jacksonville Jaguars will go to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 9.5-point favorites at home with the total at 46. The Jaguars have won 6 of the last 10 meetings in this series, but they have dropped the last 2 games as the Chiefs won 42-20 in 2010 and then 28-2 in 2013. The Detroit Lions will go to the Minnesota Vikings, who are 6.5-point favorites at home, the total at 41 points. The teams have split their last 10 meetings, with Minnesota going 7-2-1 against the spread, with 4 of the last 5 games going under the total. The Philadelphia Eagles will go to the New York Giants. The Giants are 2.5-point home favorites with the total at 42.5 points. The Eagles have won and covered 7 of the last 10 in this series, with 6 of the last 10 going under the total. The Eagles have won 8 of the last 10 in New York. The Dallas Cowboys will visit the Cleveland Browns. The Cowboys are 7-point favorites on the road with the total at 48.5 points. These teams have met 3 times in the last 12 years, with Dallas winning all 3 games and going 2-1 against the spread, each game going under the total. The New York Jets will visit the Miami Dolphins, who are 4-point home favorites, the total at 44 points. The Jets have won 6 of the last 10 in this series, and they are 7-3 against the spread, with 5 of the last 7 going under the total. The Pittsburgh Steelers will go up against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. The Ravens have won 7 of the last 10 meetings in this series, with the last 2 going under the total. There are no odds posted yet for this game. The New Orleans Saints will visit the San Francisco 49ers. The Saints are 3-point favorites on the road with the total at 52 points. The Saints have won 7 of the last 10 games in this series, but they're just 4-5-1 against the spread, with 4 of the last 5 going over the total. The Carolina Panthers are visiting the LA Rams. The Panthers are 3-point favorites on the road, the total at 45 points. The Panthers have won 7 of the last 10 in this series, with 4 of the last 5 going under the total. The Indianapolis Colts will visit the Green Bay Packers, who are 7-point favorites at home, with a total on this game at 54 points. The Colts have gone 5-3-1 in the last 9 games in this series, with the last 5 games all going over the total. The Tennessee Titans will visit the San Diego Chargers, who are 5-point home favorites, the total at 47 points. The Chargers have won 9 of the last 10 in this series, and they are 8-1-1 against the spread. But the Titans did win the last meeting 20-17 at home 3 years ago. The Denver Broncos will visit the Oakland Raiders to wrap up Sunday. This game is a pick, with the total at 44 points. The Broncos have won 8 of the last 10 in this series, and they are 7-3 against the spread, with 3 of the last 5 going under the total. Moving on to Monday, November 7th, the Monday Night Football game has the Buffalo Bills going to the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are 6.5-point favorites at home, with the total at 43.5 points. These teams have split their last 10 games, both straight up and against the spread, with the last 8 games going over the total. This week, Arizona, Chicago, Cincinnati, Houston, New England, and Washington have a bye week.